Push outside grip, push inside grip, roll on throttle, push outside.
Buckle up, Buttercup, because this motorcycle course is going to change your life and quite possibly save it. 2 years ago, I took the intermediate riding course from Total Control, and then a couple months ago, I also took the advanced riding course from Total Control. Here are 5 important things I learned, and some I learned the hard way. First things first, something you have to know about the Total Control motorcycle safety courses. In a bunch of states, they're actually free. Which ones, I'm not exactly sure. I know in Pennsylvania they are. You can always check on their website, which I'll have listed in the description if you're interested in finding out if they're free in your state. But if they're not free, they're about $300 a course, and honestly, I can say they're some of the most useful courses I've ever taken. One of the most distinct exercises I remember from the intermediate riding course, an eye exercise where the instructor was standing in the middle of a large circle, and you had to go in a circle around him without touching the cones while maintaining eyesight with him the entire time. This was surprisingly intimidating in 2 ways. One, you have to maintain prolonged eye contact with a human for like a minute. I feel like a lot of people are uncomfortable doing that to begin with, but on top of that, you also have to be leaning far enough on your motorcycle and precisely enough so that you go in a perfect circle around him and don't touch any of the cones. You have to look at the coach and you gotta look right through him. Like he's transparent and you can see right through the other side. So this was something I learned in the intermediate riding course, but it wasn't until the advanced riding course that I actually understood why it was useful to pretend like you're just looking through the coach instead of maintaining eyesight with him. We all know that when you come to a turn, you're supposed to look far into the turn. And the reason for doing that, besides, looking to see for any potential obstacles, is that it slows your sense of speed down. So if you look through the turn at something far away, you're not gonna feel like you're going as fast. Versus if you look at the road right in front of you as you're turning, you're gonna feel like you're flying. Your first instinct is going to be to get on the brakes. And what happens when you get on the brakes? The bike goes upright. So once you've chosen a line, just look as far as you can into the turn, pretend like nothing is in your way. It'll slow your sense of speed down, and that just serves to make you more confident going into the corner. This is kind of a segue into the second point, but addressing fear is one of the things that the intermediate riding course focused on. Every rider has their own level of risk that they're willing to take, and some level of fear is good. It'll keep you from unaliving yourself. But too much fear is gonna end up having the opposite effect, because now you're not riding your motorcycle like you should be because you're too scared to let it do what it's supposed to do. Having the right mindset when you come into riding is really crucial, and especially as a new rider. When you're a new rider, and I mean when you're new to anything, literally anything, you're a little bit more cautious at first. You're not always like balls to the wall. Okay, well, I can't speak for everybody, but I feel like the majority of people like that. We come in and we're a little bit cautious. The thing is, if you think that you're gonna crash, if you constantly think about going down, you're gonna go down. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. But if you're confident enough in your riding abilities and in your motorcycle specifically to where you can say, okay, I'm gonna make this turn, the bike is not gonna slip out from under me, the tires are gonna do their thing, and we're gonna exit this corner safely. That type of mental mindset is gonna take you much further than like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, stop, 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 too fast, too fast. Now, confidence is something that takes a while to build up, but if you wanna fast track your confidence level, literally take one of these courses. I came into that course thinking my bike could do like 20% of the things that it actually did at the course. When I left the intermediate riding course, I was riding hard home that day. I was like, spicy boy, I can't believe you can lean that far without going over. Holy moly. It takes somebody else that knows a little bit more than you do and already knows more about your bike than you do to tell you, hey, you're riding at like 15% of your bike's capacity right now. Why don't we try and up that to like 40% today? They say MotoGP riders have to ride at 110% or else they're never gonna win races. We're not quite MotoGP riders, but if they're riding at 110% and rarely going down, that means we can probably ride at 90% and be pretty safe. Most of us are riding like way below what our bike is actually capable of. The only way you'll ever find out what your bike is actually capable of is to take courses. There is only glory to be found by improving yourself and your skills. Okay, another important thing that's gonna be drilled into your head while you're there is that where you look is where you go. Most of the time, we are not looking as far into a turn or as far down the road as we should be. We're usually target fixating on like what's currently in front of us, and sometimes that's okay. You want to watch out for potential last minute hazards, but it's even better when you look way down the road and you can spot things before they're an imminent problem to you so that you have ample time to brake before you get in a sticky situation. And speaking of seeing things clearly, I want to introduce today's video sponsor, Flying Eyes. Flying Flying Eyes makes glasses that are specifically designed for motorcycle riders and pilots, and they make riding with your glasses a breeze. If you ride with prescription lenses like I do, you can easily also turn them into sunglasses, although they sell sunglasses separately as well. One of my favorite features about these glasses is that they're made from a lightweight but really durable compound called resilamide. Like, these things are not gonna break on you easily, and if they do, it doesn't matter because Flying Eyes provides a lifetime warranty. They're honestly a really well-made product, and I see why they would stand by that guarantee. One of the nice things about these glasses is how easy they make it to actually get them on your head when you have a helmet on. The side frames are really thin, and so they don't cause pressure points when you put them in your helmet, and they're so easy to insert that, like, that's it. No fussing around, and I can't even feel that I'm wearing them. The best part is you can position these things however you want. You can just put them in, position them on the bridge of your nose, and that's where they're gonna stay. I know anyone that's had to ride with glasses before knows how annoying it is when the glasses don't sit on the bridge of your nose right, and you end up getting like bumpy vision when you're going over rough roads, or you end up getting pressure points like 20 minutes into your ride. So if you're in the market for an excellent pair of riding glasses, you can go to flyingeyesoptics.com and choose a pair you like, and you can use code LALI for 10% off at checkout. Let's get back into lesson number 4. One of the useful things I learned in the advanced riding course was the correct sequence of events that you need to do when you're entering a corner. So you'll go through an exercise where a bunch of people are holding your motorcycle while you're practicing these sequence of events. So here's how it goes while we watch this beautiful clip. Pre-position foot, pre-position body, push outside grip, locate turn point, look through turn, relax outside grip, push inside grip, roll on throttle, move back to neutral. There's really nothing quite like being the only girl in the class having a bunch of dudes around you like holding your motorcycle up and you're trying to like get this right. But that being said, one of my life beliefs and philosophies is that you learn your best when you're at the edge of your comfort zone. In fact, just a little bit past the edge of your comfort zone. I think that's the point where you truly start living life. So in these courses, allow yourself to get a little bit uncomfortable. Let yourself make mistakes and know that you're gonna come out on the other side a better rider for it. One other important lesson, and I feel like it goes without saying, but I'm gonna say it anyway. If you're gonna learn to go fast, you need to learn how to stop fast. Like, you need to learn how to do one of these things, and I mean use those brakes before you get used. You don't really want to be splattered on someone's windshield like a human meat bag. Emergency braking is something you're going to practice a lot in the intermediate riding course, and do not take it lightly because even after the exercise that we did in the intermediate riding course, the instructor told me that I still was not using enough brake. I felt like I was at all of the braking power. I mean, as much braking power as you can use for like going 30 miles an hour and then stopping quickly. But I felt like I was doing good, but no, you can be doing a lot more. One of my goals is to get to a point with emergency braking where the rear tire lifts a little bit off the ground, and that way I'll know I am at my maximum braking power, and that front brake will be holding onto the disc for dear life. It's easy to scare yourself going really stupid fast, but I think you should learn to scare yourself braking really stupid fast. On that note, if you have any questions about any of the safety riding courses, just let me know down in the comments. I'll do my best to help you out. Thanks again to our sponsor Flying Eyes as well. Remember that you can use code LALI for 10% off at checkout, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!